Good morning. So it is right about 6 o'clock right now. I just thought today I'd share just what this morning looked like. Every morning is a little bit different, but this is a type of morning that occurs a lot, so I thought I would share it. So I've got my son behind you in a high chair, and he got up around 5:30, so I got him taken care of, got myself marginally ready, and now we're gonna make some English muffins. My husband has a Bible study at church on Wednesday morning, so he's off at that, and then he's very excited to come back with some English muffins. So this recipe I use is from Little Spoon Farmhouse Blog. I'm fairly sure that's what it's called. And the first time I did it turned out amazing, so there was no reason to find another one. So to start off, I need to grind up some corn to make cornmeal. And I'm just going to use my trusty KitchenAid grain mill here. So I'm going to do that, move this out of the way, and then get going with the English muffins. Okay, so that was just popcorn I ground up. I think it was just yellow popcorn. And then it makes cornmeal. So I'm going to get this out of the way, and then we're going to get going on the English muffins. You saw I just chopped up a few strawberries for my son to keep him happy a little bit longer. So the first thing we're going to do is turn this dough onto a floured surface. I prepped this last night, and it's been fermenting just under 12 hours. It's been about 11 hours, which the recipe said 8 to 12, so I'm going with it. And we're just gonna press this out until it's about ½ an inch thick, and we are gonna make 8 English muffins out of this. And then once this has to rest for an hour after they're made into English muffins, at that point, we'll go take care of the chickens, drink some coffee, and my son might be up within the next hour, my other son. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut, I don't have biscuit cutters, but I have English muffin rings, and I like these, they're not super sharp, so they don't cut very well, but they cut all right, and then I like to cook these with them because it creates a nice English muffin shape. Like if it bakes it like within this in the pan. And my starter, I've been working on it just this year, so since January, and it's gone really well, and I've enjoyed a lot of things I've cooked with it. It's a whole wheat and white flour, and so because that grain mill is so fun, I usually like to grind my own wheat flour of red wheat berries, and then this specific recipe, I used that starter, and then it just needed white flour, so this is like unbleached all-purpose. So I was able to get 5 out of that first time I pressed it out, so I'm going to press it out again. It smells really good. So when we do these, we like to have it with butter and jam, peanut butter, a fried egg. I love, like, when I go like out to eat breakfast or brunch or whatever, I love to order eggs Benedict. Like, I think it's so fun to try at different restaurants eggs Benedict, and I would love to make it at home. I think it would be great. I've never poached an egg before, but I could learn how to poach an egg. I've made hollandaise back when I was a teacher. My class made it, but I feel like I can make a nice eggs Benedict using these English muffins. Okay, so that's 6, and we're gonna try to get 2 more. The last 2, I usually don't focus too much on their shape. There's usually 2 that'll be ugly, and that's fine because they still taste good. And you cook them in the English muffin rings, kind of helps make it all look okay. So we're gonna sprinkle the parchment with our cornmeal we just made, and then top them with cornmeal, and I'll cover that with a tea towel, and it'll rest for an hour. And then I'll just freeze the rest of that cornmeal, and then I can use it some other time. I make English muffins, or my husband really likes cornbread. I'm not a huge cornbread person, but I'll make it for him. So we've got 6 beautiful ones, 2 kind of lumpy ones. Let's cover those. And I'm gonna set a timer for an hour so I don't forget. So let's get this all cleaned up, and then we'll take care of the chickens. So right now we're down in my basement. You can see our basement's unfinished, and we have just kind of we set it up the best way we could. So we have 4 chicks. They're about 2 weeks old right now. So we have them in this tub we moved them from a stock tank to this tub because one of them was jumping out, and we didn't want them to get hurt or anything. And so we have this cage around them also just because we have little kids and a dog, and we always watch our kids and dog, but it's just like that extra barrier to keep the chicks safe. If they get out, or if the kid or dog comes over, and then this on top because there was one that was jumping out and landing up here. So this is just to keep them extra safe. And so they're a little skittish still. And I change this out twice a day. I change their stuff out in the morning and in the evening. And I try to do it before both kids are up, otherwise it's chaos. My older son does really like to help with it, but I'd rather have my husband be home so that he can keep an eye on our younger one, because I like to get this done first thing in the morning because they do make kind of a mess overnight. And these little blocks are just like a little perches for them. And what I took out a little sand bath that they like to play in. And the bedding in their coop will be sand. I've got 3 of these layered, these puppy pads, to help keep them comfy. And since they really only soiled the top one, I'm just going to lay down 1 more. And then later tonight, I'll replace all of it. And plus, that's just less stress on them, because if I were to replace all of it now, I'd either have to move them around in there a lot or take them all out, and they just get kind of worked up. And I want them to be calm and happy and comfortable. So they still have plenty of food, so I'm not going to replace their food today. At least this morning. You just eat more and more every day. They're growing like crazy. But their water, I used to replace their water just like in the evenings, but now it just gets so dirty so fast that I replace it twice a day. But I really don't care. It takes 2 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna go deal with this water. Alright, so chickens are happy, fed and watered, and we've got quite a bit of time before we need to do the next thing on those English muffins, so I think I'm gonna put a little makeup on and wash my hands and probably do my Bible reading. So then I'll see you when it's time to finish the English muffins. Okay, we're back. It's been about an hour. My little skillet is preheated on low. And so there was a time in life when I had 4 of these, and now I have 3. Probably because of kids. So, like I said before, I like to cook these in the rings. I just think it maintains a nice shape. And these will cook 10 minutes on each side on low. And I like to cover it because I feel like just it keeps steam and the heat in there, and I think they get nice and cooked. Okay, so I set timer for 10 minutes. I'll see you then. So it's been about 5 minutes. We got a little buddy here with me. I'm gonna just check on these, see if the bottoms are, that was warm. Yeah, they definitely still need 5 more minutes. Be back. Okay, so my timer just went off. We're gonna get these rings out of here. I heard my older son talking upstairs, so things are quickly descending into chaos, but that's all right. It's around 7:15 right now, which is just fine. So we'll flip these. Nice light brown color. Those look perfect. Okay, I'm gonna set my timer for 10 more minutes. And I'll be back. So it's been about 5 more minutes and they're looking great. So I'm gonna check the internal temp. The internal temp should be 200. And if that's what it is, I'll go ahead and take them out. I feel like every time I cook these, the cook time varies because I have it like slightly hotter, slightly cooler. So these are looking good. So I might actually do, yeah, it's right at 200. I think I'll do my next round then, 10 minutes one side, 5 the other, because that worked out great. So I'll probably just pop it in and out, because you don't need to see me do it 50 times. I'll pop it in and out as I cook them. And then breakfast will be ready. And I will try to eat while watching these crazy kids. Oh, just touch that. That's hot. Alright, we've got about 5 minutes till my timer goes off. So I thought we could come out and check on our stuff outside because it's finally not freezing. So here's what will be the vegetable garden. It was raining this morning and I'm so thankful for it. And then we've got the strawberries. I think I might need to go in and bury some a little deeper. Some look happy, but I think I'll go, like you can see, like that one's got a nice green leaf. That one seems happy. This one, where are you? This one, I guess you look okay. But maybe I'll go back and Take a look. Oh my gosh, who knows? Some of them look really nice. That one looks fairly happy. So is that one. Okay, so let's go look at the blackberries. These look nice. Thankful to Joel for planting these. I need to get rid of that. So those look happy. When it gets warmer in a few days, I need to go through and just test all their soil to make sure they have what they need. Blueberries, on the other hand, we'll see. Okay. Okay, that's still alive. Let's see. Right there. Number 2 is fairly happy. And number 3. Okay, let's go look at the nectarine tree and the raspberries. Might be able to maybe hear my boots slopping in the wet. Alright, so this is our dwarf nectarine tree. She's looking good. There's little buds all over there. Oh my gosh, my hose is on. Oh my gosh. Oh. And then raspberries. Oh, I need to go turn that off. Okay. The 6 pretty ones are done, and I'm very happy with this batch. I just think they look so good, and the first time I made these, I was shocked that they looked like English muffins from the grocery store. Like, just gorgeous. So the ones that have been out here for a bit, I think I'll cut one open and make it. Let's try to do this safely with a child in my arms, so I can show you the inside. Like, look at that. Just amazing. And so just like fluffy and moist, but still like got those nice crumbles. And after I made this the first time, and it was not even hard, that I was like, how would I ever purchase English muffins again after doing this? And so I'm gonna just do butter and jam because my older son's awake. He's reading himself in bed, which is great, but I'm running out of time to get things done this morning. It's a little after 7:30 right now. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I guess in an hour and a half, I made the English muffins, took care of the chickens, checked on the outside plants, got my Bible reading done, got sort of ready for the day, got one kid dressed and fed. And so other things I need to get done today, obviously I still need to clean up the kitchen. And then we also have our small group for church tonight, and so I need to make a snack for that. And you gonna help me? And so if the kids happen to nap at the same time, I can get what I want to get done, just this bar recipe that my mom always made. So hopefully that happens. But now, I need to go focus on being mom to these kids.